This is Chapter 2 of Railway Empire, centering on Baltimore down here to the left. To supply Baltimore with all of its produce, I've created a big anti-clockwise circle which gathers produce from the north and east and brings it westwards and southwards into a warehouse across the river from Baltimore. That warehouse directly feeds Baltimore, saving the cost of bridges, railways and trains across that river, because money, of course, is scarce. The trains flow continuously in an anti-clockwise direction without ever having to reverse or cross one another's paths, so that greatly increases throughput and efficiency and delivery and reduces waiting times. I put 2 stations in every city that I'm interested in to prevent the competition from building a station and ruining my plans. So here I've got Baltimore West Station and Baltimore South Station. Baltimore South Station platforms 1 and 2 provide a high-frequency, heavy-duty shuttle service between Baltimore and Washington. And you can see these are quite lucrative. And the trains just keep flowing. They alternate platforms, so they use 2 platforms at each end, so that generally no train holds up any other, and I get a very high throughput. Platforms 3 and 4 are for trains to New York to deliver clothing north to New York. There are 2 tracks, one in each direction, and in fact that can be a little bit interesting because let's look at a New York train, Baltimore, New York. Here we go. I've reused, to save money, I've reused the anti-clockwise freight service track to get the trains north-eastwards to New York. Again, to save money. When this crossover becomes too congested, or when there is too much traffic on this anti-clockwise freight circle serving the warehouse, I'll build another track on the correct side. So at the moment these trains are going on the wrong side, but if we zoom out we can see that that freight circle gets us almost all of the way to New York, so it saves a lot of money in construction. Back to Baltimore. Let's just have a look what's going on here. Get rid of the train. Now, Washington is not fed by that warehouse, but Washington needs produce. So I've run a loop service. I don't want signals. I want to show you a train. I have run a loop service running empties through Baltimore East to the warehouse and back through Baltimore West, delivering goods from the warehouse to Washington. Now the warehouse, let's have a look at that, at this high throughput. If we zoom in, we can see that I've got 3 tracks bringing produce into the warehouse. No trains reverse. They all come in one end and go out the other empty. And you can see we can achieve a very high flow of goods with not much waiting time. So here you can see in the north the trains are coming in, they're sort of waiting. I've got a section where they can be waiting without clogging up the system. They're flying in on all 3 tracks. As soon as one's empty, out she goes, and in come another 3. Back to Baltimore. So the warehouse trains come back to Washington via track 4 of Baltimore West. Tracks 2 and 3 of Baltimore West are for freight and passengers coming in from Norfolk and the south. So I think what have we got here is beer coming in on tracks 2 and 3. Tracks 1 and 2 are for cloth or cotton coming in from Pittsburg and the east. I've also got some extra tracks around in the south here in the foreground, bypassing Baltimore, in case there are bonus opportunities to build express trains. So there's spare capacity built. This platform 3 Baltimore West is not used very much, and I've got some spare tracks going out there in case I need an express to the east, and there you have it.